You look at the supporting cast that Sam's had, it's been bad. And now it can be a lot better with Kyle Pitts. You have a lot of draft choices the Jets do to be able to fix the offensive line, get a wide receiver to help out Pitts as well, add a running back, get a pass rusher, get a corner. A lot of areas that Joe Douglas, GM, has to fix and get better. And a great starting point would be Kyle Pitts, like I say, to help out Sam Darnold.
I understand that, Mel Kiper Jr., and far be it for me to question your greatness, your expertise. You know I don't like to do that, at least not on weekdays. I like to call into your show on Saturdays to do that. But listen, Kyle Pitts, I like him. He could ball. I like what he did a little bit. But what I'm saying to you is this, Mel Kiper. If you're the New York Jets, you're trying to tell me you pass up a quarterback at number 2 to get a tight end? Come on, Mel. That doesn't seem to make any sense, Mel Kiper. It doesn't.
Well, Zach Wilson is all of a sudden John Elway. Zach had one great year, and I like Zach. But let's face it, Sam Darnold a few years ago was being talked like he was going to be a great quarterback, and everybody was destroying Josh Allen. And Sam Darnold was the one that was going to be spectacular. And no criticism of Sam. Sam had no chance. Okay, he's had to deal with the mono, other issues with the shoulder, and a terrible supporting cast in a division where Josh Allen really emerged because they handled him properly and they developed talent around him, okay? Add a Kyle Pitts. What helped Josh Allen? Stephon Diggs did, okay? Why not? Go get a Kyle Pitts, who's a enormous talent, who's a matchup nightmare. So that would be the starting point to get Darnold's the better weapons to allow Sam to really emerge when he's fully healthy. Fresh start, new people in place there, coaching staff. Why not Sam? I think Sam is a better quarterback than Zach Wilson. End of story.
Wow. I don't know. You get to reset the rookie wage. They don't come up in free agency. He hasn't really developed. You get more draft capital because you can trade him also. Whole lot of Mel.
I get you, Max. I get about the money. But you have to obviously look at Sam and say, did any quarterback have a chance in this environment? And I would say with the mono, with the injury, and the support. No, they did not. And this notion that all of a sudden I think Zach Wilson is better than Trevor Lawrence is ridiculous talk. I'm not even thinking about going there. I like Zach. I still have Justin Fields ahead of Zach Wilson. So to me, if I'm the Jets, I'm not giving up on Sam Darnold. I get the what's that?
That's where I was going. So like the Jets could potentially trade down, get Justin Fields, get more draft capital, and put a team around him right away on the restarting the rookie wage. Put a team around him right away with 2 firsts and more that you get from from the Darnold trade and extra picks next year. Why wouldn't they do that if Justin Fields would slide?
We don't know what Justin Fields will be. I know what Sam Darnold is. So he's like, well, he's not that good. Well, I think he's shown enough to determine that he will be the guy to see what he can do and whether he deserves that second contract. I'm not all about the money, Max. I think it's all about getting the right quarterback. And we don't know what these rookies can do. From 2009 to 2016, 22 quarterbacks won in the first round. None are with the team that drafted them. Wentz was the last one to go, and Wentz should still be an Eagle, but he's not. This league's going crazy with quarterbacks. If you get a good one, you keep him. If you get a developing guy in Darnold, a developing guy, you keep him rather than a young quarterback you know nothing about. So if they don't like, hey, Max, I'm with you. If they don't like Sam, they know him better than anybody. Joe Douglas, if they feel like he's not the guy, fine. I'm saying personally what I would do, I would keep Sam, get Kyle Pitts, use those other draft choices to fill need areas, and be a much better football team that way.
Who are you? Are you listening to Mel Kiper Jr.? The patience, just the patience. Has New York not suffered enough? Here you are talking about a guy. Listen, I like Pitts. I like him a lot. I watched him in Florida. The brother can play. But you're talking, this is what you're saying, Mel Kiper. And this is, you have to understand, I am a huge fan of Mel Kiper Jr. I listen to him every chance I get. He's the godfather, the guru.
Here we go.
I get it. But I'm sitting there like this, yo. You're telling me that I need to move down, draft the tight end in New York City with the New York Jets. Ain't won a Super Bowl since 1969. We got a coach in Adam Gase. Thank God he's gone. He showed up to his press conference looking high. All right, we know how bad it was under his stewardship over the last couple of years. And now here you are, Mel Kiper, telling us, wait a minute, you draft this guy and then you could just develop and we can start anew. What about the notion, Mel Kiper Jr., that guess what? You could be so contaminated because because of the situation that you were in over the last few years, that we might need to start anew with somebody new and not you, because you're just a reclamation project right now because of the damage that was inflicted upon you. What about that with Sam Darnold?
Not buying any of that stuff you're saying, Stephen A. For this reason, Sam Darnold is not broken because of anything except talent around him and the injury, the mono. He's competitive. He wants to prove the doubters wrong. He's good friends with Josh Allen. You see what Josh? Hey, a few years ago they were bashing Josh. He's terrible. He'll never be any good. And Sam's the man, right? Well, I think Sam still can be the man. And to your point about Kyle Pitts, don't just say, he's a tight end. He's everything. He's a receiver, tight end. He's a receiving entity. He's a great player. You're giving up the second best player in this draft to make a sideways move at quarterback with Zach Wilson. At best, a sideways move. Okay. To me, and then you lose Kyle Pitts. So you get Zach, you part company with Sam, you lose Kyle Pitts. I would rather keep Sam, make the move, get Kyle Pitts, who I think is going to be spectacular in this league. What would the Chiefs be without Travis Kelce? Okay, Travis Kelce's a tight end who can do a lot of things. He's not just a tight end. That's what Kyle Pitts can become.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Mel, I want to get on real quick because we don't have a lot of time. What was interesting to me was the Patriots trading up to 9 and grabbing Trey Lance. That's really interesting to me. You know, not playing against the best competition, but gets rid of the ball quick and doesn't turn the ball over. That is a Belichick kind of quarterback, and he's dynamic.
Great talent, Max, and that's what you're rolling a dice on. One start this year, and it was not impressive throwing the ball. He was at 50% against Central Arkansas. He only has started 17 games in his career. He's only 20 years of age, arguably the youngest player in this draft. He beat a lot of teams at the 1AA level with his legs, okay? Arm is outstanding. I think the accuracy at times is a little off, but that can improve in the NFL. Level of competition, obviously a concern. I wish he would have played the full year. What didn't have that opportunity, he only played the one game, but I think Trey Lance is a guy you roll the dice on in terms of talent, and where he could have been with another year, he might have been the #1 pick in the 2022 draft.
I know this much. I mean, all I got to think about is Carson Wentz in the year that he just had in North Dakota State. I'm not sure. Talk to me real quick about Mac Jones. I mean, I watched this dude win a national title. I mean, he's got some skills at the quarterback position. How come Bill Belichick wouldn't take somebody like him? Would he be gone already in your estimation?
Had him at 8 to Carolina. Matt Rule had him at the Senior Bowl. I thought about having New England jump over Carolina and take him. Didn't make that move, but you're right. The Belichick-Saban connection is real. Mac Jones is what Brady was. Now, he's not going to be Brady, but he's that type of quarterback style-wise. So I think certainly what you say, Max and Stephen A., makes sense. Mac Jones to New England could be a strong possibility. But like I say, Carolina's going to get a quarterback, and Matt Rule had him in Mobile that week.
Nick Saban, I got to talk to Nick Saban. I'll talk to Molly. I got to talk to Nick Saban about what we going to do about Mac Jones. Because Alabama has to represent top 10. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and let's not forget, guys, the Patriots were the team most impacted by opt-outs. They had 8 players who opted out last season, most in the NFL. And before I let you go, Mel, I find it interesting.